Hey young world, it's Lydia, and I'm here today bringing you a canning recipe. This recipe you will only have to water bath can, and it's going to be carrot cake jam. I'm going to need a pound and a half of fresh shredded carrots, a pound and a half, a cup and a half, y'all. Don't be putting no pound in nothing. Pound of cake. Cup and a half of pears, which I'm going to dice kind of big and chunky. 20-ounce can of crushed pineapple, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Now, it do call for cloves if you like, but cloves cost too much money, and I don't like. So therefore, hey, and a special ingredient that I'm gonna add too. You gonna show me? No, you can't be laughing at my videos.
Bitty can be in there. I can laugh.
I'm gonna be adding vanilla flavor to this recipe. So I got my hands full today, young world. This is a collaboration with TT's Urban Pantry. She's gave me a lot of tips that I'm gonna go ahead and talk about with you guys along the way about some don'ts in water bath canning. So come on, follow along with me. Thank you for being here. So, young world, I have a food processor, but the food processor is going to break the carrots down probably smaller than I want, and I want presentation. I want people to see the carrots. So, I'm going to use this and go ahead and knock this out. I forgot to let you guys know is lemon juice also going to be in this recipe. I'll show y'all how much I'll be using when I get to it. What? All right, young world. So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and put this jam together. Now this is 20-ounce can of chunk pineapple. It's supposed to be crushed, but hey, it'll break up, cook down. 1.5 cup of apples, but you know you got the spaces in there too, so you know it will cook down. Also, we have the carrot. can't find nothing to pull it out with. Guess I just do it with my good old hand. What I say? So we got this in here, right. That cooking, right. I'm getting this. Smell good too.
Sure was a heaping.
Don't turn on me.
Yeah.
That's it. Right? So, young world, I got the pears and carrots and pineapples tender. I do highly suggest making sure you do have crushed pineapples. I had to go a little longer than 20 minutes because I wanted to give more softening time with my pineapples. Now you put 6 tablespoons of pectin or 1 box. So I just use 1 box. And I use unsweetened because if we're going to be adding all this sugar in here, and I know it looks a little dry, we will gain more liquid shortly. What I want to say, it looks a little dry, but
Oh, the sugar.
it will gain more liquid as I add sugar in. So right now I have the pectin in, and I'm going to bring this to a boil. Once I bring this to a boil, I'm going to add my sugar in. Alright, young world, so I'm going to add 6.5 cups of sugar. I have my jars and they're getting ready, being preheated for me. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this sugar in, let it come to a rolling boil that I cannot stir down. Once I do that, then I'll let it boil for 1 minute and I'll bring you guys back. Alright, young world, so I have my sugar at a rolling boil. And I'm stirring it a couple of times to show you guys what I mean by a boil that won't stir down. So no matter how much I stir this will not stir down. And so now I'm going to let this cook at a rolling boil for another minute. And while I do that, I'm going to be getting my jars on the table. Ah.
Mm.
Alright, young world. So what I'm doing now is debubbling. But while I'm debubbling, I'm placing the pineapple chunks in the pear chunks for presentation. Okay, young world. So you're gonna clean your rims, especially because you're using a sticky item. So you want to make sure you do that. When putting your ring on, you putting fingertip tight, and it's hot. All right, and I'm gonna clean each one of these off, and it's already sticky, young world. All right. So this is again a collaboration with TT's Urban Pantry. TT has been canning much longer than myself, and she has helped me along with this canning experience to go over some don'ts with you guys. Okay, young world. So with water bath canning, you cannot water bath low acidic products such as meat and vegetables. So you can get away with canning tomatoes because they're on the low and high acid foods. You can add store-bought lemon juice like I did in this recipe, or citric acid to your tomatoes or you could just pressure can it. All right. So you can also can pickles. Now, in any vinegar. So any approved vinegar recipe, a brine, is okay for vegetables because it has that high acidity that you need for that. In other words, young world, if you're going to be using a water bath method on any vegetables, make sure you have that vinegar to water ratio. One that I use a lot is 4 cups of vinegar, 2 cups of water. So that one has been really working for me. It's approved. Another don't is don't forget don't use dirty jars. Clean your jars. Always clean and sanitize your jars, whether you bought them from a store or not. You never know how long and what's walked over those jars before getting to you. Don't put your jars on a metal surface. Put them on a wooden surface or a cloth surface, something that's not gonna cause those jars to heat up even more and burst. There are so many do's that the don'ts are easy to remember. Anyone can do this. I enjoy canning. I enjoy creating these recipes. Thank you guys for coming along with me and enjoying it just as much as I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, young world, here's that carrot cake jam. Look at it. Y'all like how I turned that light on it? Y'all see it? Oh my goodness. You can put this jam on almost anything. I am looking forward to putting it on waffles myself. Oh my goodness. Carrot cake waffles. Y'all better watch out now. This was a collaboration of sweet and savory. I was your sweet. Now here comes your savory. Please head over to TT's Urban Pantry so we can continue this candy celebration. I'm well, my family's well, and I hope you're well too. And what makes that safe is the vinegar that makes the pH balance. That sounds like a feminine hygiene.